All right, got a little side project. I need to build a means for this trailer that I have to be stable. And so what I'm going to do is I want this thing level, and I want it locked in on a ball on that front thing there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig a hole down in here about 3 foot and put a pipe down there. It's larger, and a smaller pipe into that with a ball on it about 13 inches up off the ground, and that'll lock into that. That'll lock into this guy here. And that way I can use this trailer, which tilts back, for a zero-turn mower that a friend of mine is trying to get rid of. And we'll see if we can't fab this thing up to where I can take this pole out when I move the trailer in and out, and it doesn't get in the way of the trailer later on by being able to take that telescoping pole in and out and held or pinned in place with either a pin or a bolt. So I got some material. We're going to see if we can't cut this stuff up and maybe even use this ball here that's on this. This was an old frame that I used to move trailers around with, and didn't really need it anymore, so I put the wheels out for display. They're kind of antique steel wagon wheels with spokes, kind of look cool. I'll go show them to you. These guys are out here, and that's the guys I'm talking about right there. There's one there, one over on that side. So anyway, we are going to see if we can't make use of that old frame and put that into that trailer out there and lock that hitch up with a telescoping pole that I can take in and out via pinning it at the base. So let's get to cutting, shall we? So it's not real clear what I'm doing through here and what I'm going about to try to build this thing, but basically we're trying to put a sleeve of a pipe, larger pipe, into the ground about 3 foot down into the ground, which is frost line over here in this neck of the woods. And then put a smaller pipe inside of that to kind of telescope down and up as I might need, and just drill a hole at the base of it so that we can pin this pole at whatever height we want. If it goes all the way down to the ground, we can run a bolt through there, and the ball of that is used on the trailer is only maybe about 3 inches up off the ground. And if I want to keep it down, if I want to keep it up to keep the trailer level, I have those two options with this telescoping pole per se. Now, what I'm doing at this point is I'm just recycling that scrap that you see in there, cutting it out. And then I decided to go ahead and check this ball to see whether or not it would work, and looks like that would be fine. So went back in to see whether the piping that I had was going to telescope. It did, so that worked out good. And so I'm just going through fab work here, and when I have more commentary, I'll put another voiceover in on this. So here I'm trying to reuse some threaded pipe, and so I'm kind of beveling the edge so that thread could be reused. Now I've got a wire brush on the other side of that grinder motor you see over there, and I'm just cleaning out some of those threads.
just more grinding of old welds on this pipe to reclaim it, recycle it, be able to reuse it. And some of this I didn't use, so I put that up on the shelves as well. So just kind of getting a bunch of grinding done. Here I'm just futzing around, seeing where I want to place the pipe, measuring the center line, and then getting out my post hole diggers and starting the dig. And again, I went down 3 foot. That'll get me down below frost line so things don't go up and down with frozen material down below this pier, essentially. It's about a 3-foot pier into the ground that holds the sleeve. Now this material you're seeing me dabble with right here is actually what they call in construction chairs. And these hold, like if you're pouring a slab somewhere, 6x6 highway mesh or reinforcing bar or whatever you're putting into your slab up off of the rock below. And it's just like I say, they just call it chairs. It's made out of number 9 wire. And I'm using this by welding this to the sleeve. You'll see me welding that here in a little bit. Yep, there we go. These 2 pieces that I put on here, I cut them with a bolt cutter, and I'm just welding these things onto that sleeve so that that'll grab or adhere to the concrete that I'm going to pour around the outside of this, and it'll kind of anchor everything into place. And now here I'm just checking it all out to see whether or not I've got the hole deep enough, whether or not this chair material will actually fit into the hole that we dug, and just kind of checking everything out. Now I'm just drilling the points where I want to put a bolt in there or a pin in the sleeve, and then I also do it on the pole that telescopes on the inside of the sleeve to where I can keep the ball down low if I want to, or I can bring it up about 13 inches off the concrete deck for that trailer to actually be level in there. So just a bunch of drilling. So I'm a real hack of a welder, and they broke, so I'm redoing those welds on between the chairs to that sleeve pipe that will sit in the concrete. So we got it to stick, and it seemed to work out here in a little bit. But again, had to re-weld it. So I had an 80-pound sack of quick mix concrete just laying around, so I'm just mixing it up, and that's what I'm going to use in this hole that we'll put this into. So I like the ball well enough to weld it onto the pipe, and that's what I'm doing here. I'm welding that ball that we're going to use on the top of this telescoping pipe for the trailer. So there was a 3/4 inch square hole on the top of the ball, and I enclosed that with just goobers of weld, and I'm using the grinder here to kind of make the ball or reform the ball at the top of it, and just trying to minimize some of the water that'll be getting down into there from rain and whatever else on the. Also had some red paint left over from that trailer outside, and brushed it on to kind of make the pipe look consistent with the trailer out there. Checking to see if the bolt that I got for this will work, and making sure that it fits in both positions.
I don't know how well I described this at the outset of this video, but I needed a way to put this trailer and lock it at kind of a level standing and be able to open up the back or open up this thing to where it'll tilt, because I've got access to another riding lawnmower a fellow wants to get rid of, and I'm thinking I can park it on top of this underneath this carport here and cover it during the winter, or cover it when I'm not using it, and then have a place to store it because it wouldn't fit inside my trailer. So I put this pipe, and I dug this guy 3 feet into the ground. I put some reinforcing mesh around it, welded it to it, and put it in concrete, drilled a hole through there, and welded a 2-inch ball onto it, and so this is held into position. It's all level, and it'll allow me to go ahead and unpin this and tilt the trailer back and drive the zero turn mower that this guy's looking to get rid of. And my engine on my riding lawnmower is about 28 years old and needs maintenance like anything else, but it could go any day, and so now I'll have a second lawnmower just in case that one goes down, or a riding lawnmower, to be able to cut the grass down here at the shop. So anyway, we'll try to get this thing edited down and get it up on YouTube's. Again, folks, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. We'll catch up with you later. Hopefully we can get into that finishing this guy off on this motor and get into that carburetor over there, and then get the 57 out, put it in this open bay, and get the 57 going. Thanks again. We'll talk at you later. Bye.